Home Run Inn began back in 1923 when my grandparents, Mary and Vincent Gratani, bought one of the first taverns on the southwest side of the city. We actually lived behind the restaurant, and the tavern was directly in front. And across the street was this sandlot baseball field. In the course of the baseball game, there were some foul balls that were hit, and it would come across 31st Street, and it broke our large pane glass windows. And my grandfather, being an Italian immigrant, called it a home run. That's how we got the name Home Run Inn, and that's why today we still use the inn, because we actually evolved out of the tavern business. The tavern business stayed intact from 1920s into the 1940s when my father, Nick Perino, married into the family, and after World War II, introduced pizza to our patrons. It was back in the 1950s that a customer from Peoria came in and asked my dad to make a pizza that was partially baked. My dad couldn't figure out why he would want to eat a pizza partially baked. So after the third time, he asked the customer, says, why would you want your pizzas par-baked? And the customer said, well, I take it back home to Peoria and I put it in my ice box. My dad then started to make our pizzas 9 inches to fit into this guy's freezer. And so that was the birth of the frozen pizza business. It was about 1990 when I started the automation process of how to bring the same quality we have in our restaurants to the freezer case with the highest quality production methods and freezing methods that were out. Pizza is one thing that we sell, but we're far more than that. We're memories, we're helping community. So if you can touch somebody's life in a way that you would give them the opportunity to better themselves, that's one of the most powerful things a company or an individual could do. I believe that family businesses or businesses of our nature right now are the closest thing to what a human being can have to connect to something. Everybody wants to get up and say, I belong here, I'm part of this. I'm not the reason why Home Run Inn is successful. I'm a portion of it. We have people here who, if you cut them, they'd be bleeding Home Run Inn. That's a true passion of life. So I think the real value that Home Run Inn brings, it becomes part of someone's life. And there's nothing more important than feeling a sense of belonging to a company. And that's what I think we're able to achieve.
I've been with Home Run Inn since July of 1969. I'll be coming up to my 35th year of service over here. My aunt started working back here in about 1953. She lived right down the street. She got my father a job here. My father, Wally, used to work with Nick Perino for 13 years. He used to be a waiter. My father died back in 1967, and Nick helped me out because Joe and I went to grammar school together in high school. And when I went to high school, my father was dying of cancer. Well, Nick Perino went over there and joined the Fathers Club for our high school, and my father couldn't make it, so he put in the money for the dues for my father. Well, my father died, and if it wasn't for Nick doing that, I received a 4-year high school scholarship from the Fathers Club. Family keeps on going on. To this day, all my family is involved with Home Run Inn. I have 3 daughters that all work with Home Run Inn. There's a lot of other people that work for Home Run Inn that it's all family involved. And it means a lot. It's not every company that you can work with your family all the time, to be close for the hours that you put in and still see everybody.
The way they're making the pizzas, it's the same way like we started off with. It makes me feel good to see that.
My only regret that I'd have right now is I wish my dad was here to see this. He gave me the foundation, and we're laying the bricks right now, and I think the next generation will continue that building and continue his legacy.